are back with another high protein vegan meal prep heat wave edition. This is a no cooking zone meal prep. Because let's be real, nobody wants to cook when it's 1,000 degrees outside. So we're not using the air fryer, the oven, the stove, not even the microwave, okay? This is gonna be a cool, chilly, refreshing meal prep. We're doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a fun summer snack. So if that sounds like fun to you, which it should, let's get right into it. Now, for my own selfish reasons, we're gonna start this meal prep off with the snack slash dessert. Why? Well, I'm actually kind of hungry. I'm actually very hungry right now. I could really go for a snack. And this snack is so freaking decadent tasting and out of this world delicious. We're making chocolate chip cookie dough protein balls. And this is a sweet treat that is just gonna put a smile on your face and make you so happy. Because who doesn't like eating a fistful of raw cookie dough? So good. Okay, we're gonna start off with very simple ingredients, you guys. We only got 6 ingredients that we're working with. So we're gonna take our PB Fit powdered peanut butter, put it in a bowl. We're gonna add some water. Now, depending on how your day is going, you're gonna need to use 3/4 of a cup to 1 cup of water. We're just gonna mix it into the powdered peanut butter until you've pretty much got a runny peanut butter consistency. So start with 3/4 of a cup and you can work your way up to a cup if you need it, depending on the brand of peanut butter you're using. So once you've got the consistency of runny peanut butter going on, we're gonna add 3 tablespoons of maple syrup for a little bit of sweetness, plus a tablespoon of vanilla extract, or you could use vanilla bean paste if that's what you got. And we're gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, because salt brings out flavors. We like flavors. Glorious. And then once you've got those ingredients mixed into the peanut butter, we're gonna fold in the sunflower seed protein powder, and we're gonna fold in 1/2 cup of almond flour. Now I like using almond flour because it really lends kind of a fudgy texture to baked goods and adds a little bit of moisture when you want things to be kind of doughy-ish, you know what I mean? Mix those ingredients together until you have a nice, well, cookie dough texture. And once you do have a cookie dough texture, we're just going to fold in some chocolate chips. Now this is where you can be kind of creative. You can use semi-sweet, dark, vegan milk chocolate if you can find it. Or if you're being mindful of added refined sugars, which is totally fair, you can add in cacao nibs instead, which is basically just raw cacao. It's not sweet, but it will still add a really nice chocolatey rich flavor. And now that it resembles something like chocolate chip cookie dough, we're just going to put this in the fridge for like 10 to 15 minutes while we prep for our next recipe. And once the dough is chilled and a little bit more firm, we're just gonna roll them up into balls. If I had room in my fridge, that would be great. We're gonna do some breakfast. Yes, we are. We're doing a high protein chia pudding with which summer fruit? Mangoes. You guys, it's mango season. It's fresh fruit season, and I cannot get enough fresh mangoes in the summer. I buy flats upon flats of these fruits, and I just freaking love them. And so I thought, haven't done mango chia pudding in 1,000 years, so let's do it. How are we gonna make a high protein? Very simple. The main protein source is this. We've got a couple blocks of silken tofu. We're gonna amp up the protein with a little bit of protein powder. I've got my veg protein vanilla ice cream flavor. You can use really any protein powder you like, but I just love this flavor and it complements fruit so well. We're gonna add hemp seeds, chia seeds, obviously, and some of my favorite high protein plant-based yogurt. The silk stuff is the shiznit. So let's get cracking. We're going to carefully crack open these packages of silken tofu, drain out the excess liquid, and we're just gonna plop both blocks right into a blender. And then from there, we're practically adding everything else. We need about 2 cups of fresh mango, so I like to cut them this way. I just kind of cut off the main chunky side pieces. I scoop out the flesh, and that's pretty much it. Very simple to navigate the mango. We're then gonna add 3/4 of a cup of our plant-based protein yogurt. Now you can use just regular old like black chia seeds, but I happen to have some white chia seeds, and these are already ground, so I don't need to change the measurements at all. The ground chia seeds equate the same amount as non-ground. So we're gonna add 3/4 of a cup. I know it seems like a lot, but remember, 6 jars of chia seeds. You need a lot of these bad boys. 3/4 of a cup of chia seeds into the blender. followed by 6 tablespoons of hemp hearts, again for the protein, the omegas, the healthy fats for the brain, and 2 scoops of protein powder. Now that is a full blender. Fear not, all will be well. And now we blend. So now we're just gonna grab 6 jars, because you know, 6 servings. And we're just going to equally divide the chia pudding here, which is very, very thick, as you can see. It's like a very thick, almost mousse-like texture, and that's because of the ground chia seeds. Anyways, we're just gonna divide it into our jars. And then as a fun little option at the end, you can totally top your chia pudding with some extra mango chunks. That is always extra juicy and delicious. And why not add a little sprinkle of coconut? Because coconut and mango are like a match made in heaven. But wait, if you're feeling extra adventurous, you could even try sprinkling a little bit of this classic tahini on top, which is a seasoning that is kind of salty, tiny bit spicy, and very limey. I had this stuff on mango when I was in Mexico every single day, and it was absolutely insanely delicious. And so I'm sure on one of these days, I'm gonna have a little bit of tahini, top of my mangoes, and ooh, the perfect little combination of sweet, sour, and salty. Okay, breakfast in the fridge, cookie dough out of the fridge. And I must say, it has firmed up beautifully. So now what we're gonna do is grab one of these here things. This is a cookie dough scoop. What are we gonna do? We're just gonna scoop it. Yes. Roll them up into little balls and then eat them. Oh, I'll wait. And then I'm just gonna put them into like a container. This should make about 12 balls, so 2 balls per person a day for 3 days. There you go, math. Oh, you guys, I have been patiently waiting to have my snack. These smell unbelievable. Wow, that is truly incredible. The best dessert I think I have made all year. This tastes like peanut butter, chocolate chip cookie dough. Literally, just, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous and amazing, and you have to try this. And honestly, these aren't even that cold. Once they've been in the fridge for several hours or overnight, they will firm up and they'll be so chilly and refreshing, and oh, heaven, heaven. Okay, people, we're moving on with this meal prep. We're making record time. You know why? Because you don't have to spend any time cooking stuff. It's amazing, isn't it? That's what I love about summer. Anywho's, for lunch, we're making a smashed edamame salad that you can use in so many delicious ways, but my personal recommendation is in a sandwich. Sandwiches are just, they're great, and depending on the type of bread you use, you can jack up the protein even more with like a nice, nutritious, sprouted whole grain sandwich bread, which I'm gonna be using in this recipe, and I've included that in the total macros for this recipe, which by the way is 26 grams of protein for this whole honky donkey sandwich, and it is good. Okay. So we're gonna use our food processor to make our smashed edamame salad. And what we're gonna need is 3 cups of shelled edamame. I've had these thawing out in some water for the last little bit so that they're nice and room temperature. We're just gonna add that to the bowl of our food processor with a few other fine things. We're gonna add 6 tablespoons of nutritional yeast because protein, minerals, nutrition, B12, all that good stuff. And a little bit of, you know, savory cheesiness, which we all love. 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder. 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce for saltiness and deliciousness. And for some tang and a little bit of extra flavor, we're gonna add some seasoned rice vinegar. If you don't have something like this, you can always use apple cider vinegar. And for a little bit of creamy mouthfeel, we're gonna add some tahini. 3 tablespoons to be exact. Now, if you guessed that we were going to smash this all up in our food processor, you would be very correct. And very smart. Y'all, it's like a really thick hummus, but it's so, oh my gosh, the texture. Oh, the smell. This is, oh my gosh, we need to taste this right now. It's so good. You can taste everything. The garlic powder, the tahini, the nutritional yeast. It's like a savory flavor bomb. That's gonna be so good in a sandwich. Speaking of which, let me show you how I'm gonna make it. Okay, so I like to add some cucumber slices, and I like to do them lengthwise so they kind of fit the width of my bread. I'm really doing a hack job on these here. I've also got some lettuce, nice and crunchy. And then I'm just gonna slather on some hummus, about 2 tablespoons. It could be any hummus you like. I've got this Greek olive one that I think will taste nice. The hummus will add extra healthy fats and protein, which we like. Then I'm gonna layer on my cucumbers and then add about a heaping 1/3 cup of the smashed sesame mix that we just made. Smooth it on into an even layer, add some crunchy lettuce. You can add any other veggies that you like, and call it a day, call it a sandwich. Lunch. Oh, baby. That is what 26 grams of protein in a sandwich looks like. That is mean, lean, and green. The creamy mash, the crunchy veg. This is a sandwich you absolutely need to make this week. All right, we are moving right along to dinner, and this is one of my absolute favorite, I mean it, favorite summer meals that I crave like every week, and I wanna make this all the time, especially when it's hot out. We're making a really cold and refreshing vegan chicken salad. Yes, if you didn't think you could have chicken anymore if you're newly vegan, just get yourself some of these bad boys. These are soy curls, and I love them so much. They are made of non-GMO soybeans that have just been dehydrated, turned into these little meaty strips that you rehydrate yourself with some hot water or broth. Cook them as you would any kind of meat like chicken or pork or beef. We're gonna make these into chicken salad, okay? So first up, we need to rehydrate, like I said, the soy curls. So we're gonna add 1.5 bags to a bowl, okay? So that's about 12 ounces. We're gonna add some hot water right over top of the soy curls. We're just gonna let the soy curls sit and soak up that hot water for about 5 to 10 minutes until they're plump and rehydrated. So while the soy curls soak, we're just going to work on our veggie prep, which is not much, okay? We're just gonna chop up some celery and onions. I've got about 6 large stalks of celery. That's gonna really make up the bulk of our veggies in this salad, and 1 medium onion, okay? Dice them up real fine, and that's gonna be kind of the crunchy element of this salad, which is, you need crunch in a chicken salad, in my opinion. Then for some extra pickly goodness, we're gonna chop up a cup of pickles. I personally like things like this, like sweet pickles, and you just need a cup of them. So you could really use anything. It could be a mixture of cauliflower and pickles, like cucumber pickles and onions, whatever pickly goodness you love most. Then grab yourself a separate little bowl, and we're going to mix up our sauce, which is really simple, you guys. We're using vegan sour cream. We're gonna add 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, plus a 1/4 cup and 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, a teaspoon each of garlic and onion powder, some salt and pepper to taste, and those chopped pickles. Now we're just gonna give that all a good mixy until it's a well-combined saucy sauce. You heard what I said. Now, if things are looking a little bit too thick and chunky, which can happen, it's fine. Don't even worry. You know what you can do? Here's what you can do. Add a little bit of extra pickle brine or water, but pickle brine is just more fun. I also think I should have used a larger bowl for my sauce, methinks. Obligatory taste test. Oh my God, that is so good. Heavens to Betsy. Beautiful. Okay, speaking of beautiful, we have our soy curls. They have finished rehydrating. I just strained them in a colander, and I squeezed out any remaining moisture they were holding onto just by pressing down into the colander with a wooden spoon. That's all you gotta do. Now, they are still pretty big and chunky, some of the pieces, as you can see. Some of them are very long, but then some of them are really small. So what we're gonna do is we're just going to carefully dump them and give them a really rough chop, just so that we don't have any humongous pieces and that they're kind of uniform, sort of like what you would get from a can of like chunked chicken. You know, the kind we all grew up on? That's it. Easy peasy. Now, if these aren't the most damn near meaty morsels you have ever seen that aren't actually meat, I don't know what to tell you. But I do know one thing I'll tell you is that you should subscribe below, because I do high protein meal preps like this all the time that are all plant-based, gluten-free, healthy, and delicious. And I just wanna, be your internet friend, so subscribe. Now, let's finish up this chicken salad. Grab yourself a big honky bowl that's really heavy. And add in your chunky soy curls, please. And hey, if you want to spill them all over your counter, that's fine too. And add the celery and onion. Whoa, don't think I picked a big enough bowl. Surprise, surprise, typical Janelle. And our last surprise ingredient for you that I haven't mentioned yet, we're gonna add in some peas. Why not? Let's give peas a chance. No, for real though, peas add extra protein and fiber and minerals and nutrition and deliciousness and good texture. So don't skip them. This is where you can either get in there with your hands, or you can be more civilized and use spatulas. I'm not feeling very civilized, okay? I'm feeling dangerous and rebellious and like I want to make a big mess. Sometimes I regret it. This might be one of those times. Can someone please send me a bigger bowl? Every freaking time I show you guys a big salad or something, it's always in this bowl and it's never big enough. And now we pour in that epic tangy sauce that's positively peachy with pickles. I don't know, I just felt like that alliteration was appropriate for this moment. And just give it all a good toss to combine. This is gonna be just the creamiest, most flavorful plant-based chicken salad of your life, and you're gonna make it all summer. Like, guaranteed, or your money back. You guys, I mean, do you see this? Is that not the most chickeny salad thing you have just seen all week? Like, look at that. Oh. It's meaty, it's creamy, it's sweet, it's tangy, it's savory, it's a little bit salty, it's got everything, it's got the crunch. It's just like, it's got everything you want in a chickeny salad, and this is so freaking good. And obviously it's even better cold. This is kind of warm right now, so I recommend split this up into 6 different meal prep containers if you wish, so you have equal serving sizes for the next 3 days, and just enjoy it. Enjoy it on a bed of greens, enjoy it on its own, put it in some sandwiches or in some wraps, heck, put it on a pizza, whatever you want to do. This is just so good however you want to enjoy it. 100 grams of protein never felt so cool. Oh, that was lame. Hope you enjoy this heat wave meal prep. If you want to check out some of my other meal preps, I've got a summer meal prep right here and another 1-hour meal prep right over here. Check them out, subscribe, like this video, and I'll see ya in another video real soon. Mwah, bye-bye.